Okay. Go ahead.
What?
You called me because you got the delivery from the tour was fine, by the way. Tour was great, by the way. You got the candle replacement.
I got the glass replacement.
And they sent along the pillar as well, the gold pillar. Okay, they can't send out an individual glass replacement, so they sent out the whole candle. And okay.
Are they giving that to us?
Yes.
Oh, we're not paying for that. Another thing.
No.
All right. But they won't give you another glass.
Okay, that seems no. They threw in the pillar. No, they don't sell it separately. The glass comes with the pillar. So you can't pick and choose. So it was very generous for them to send the whole brand new candle. So
we'll put a big candle in it.
You could put it outside. You could give it to me for all the stress and emotional turmoil. You could donate it to the needy.
This? It's the biggest pain in the ass.
Grandma, by the way, I was on the phone.
I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, you do too much.
And you know what you could do?
Tell
you
me.
Put a big candle in it.
But what if it drips?
No, you'll get a dripless candle.
See, you're learning. There we go. She still got it. Love it.
Who are you talking to?
You.
All right, whatever. I didn't understand. And that was generous, right?
We like them. We like our house. They did the right thing.
You wouldn't like the three in here, would you? It's too much.
It's too much.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to be so good-natured.
Right.
All right. Clyde's fine. It's his birthday.
It was yesterday, yeah.
I thought so. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
So much going on.
Yeah.
All right. So you're home and everything's okay.
Everything's okay. Yeah, we're all good. I'll come by and see you probably tomorrow.
Don't worry. Clyde was
a star.
Yeah, I think he's beaten you and me.
I know. He came in with like Tanya Harding.
Is that the cutest thing you ever saw?
I couldn't believe it. He's a star.
I guess. All right, but all right. So we have it. I didn't understand what the whole thing was.
Candlegate.
Okay. I'll talk to you. I'll see you. And when are you leaving again?
Next week.
All right. When you're a star, you're a star.
Yeah.
Were you happy? Let me ask you one question.
Yes.
Were you happy with the outcome from the whole thing?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That's terrific. That's
for sure.
I'm really proud of you.
Oh, love you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I'll talk to you later. Wow. A rare sentiment. By the way, it's just so perfect. Okay. I get home late last night. Oh, man. The travel day that we endured yesterday. Now, white girl problems 101. Okay. A few months ago, I imparted the tragedy of my Alaskan Airlines credit that I needed to purge of by August 4th because of like a misbooking for our European travels this Christmas. Basically, we booked a flight. It was through Alaskan Airlines by way of British Airways, whatever. We decided we wanted to go out a little bit earlier, so we had to eat the cost. We thought that like we would have the travel credit, we could go back to London, blah, 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 whatever. It's really a boring fucking story. But the point is that I had almost 10 grand of Alaskan Airlines credits that I had to burn by August 4th, or I was going to we were going to lose $10,000. Like, it was just very annoying. So when I decided to go on tour, hi, by the way, hey, everybody, she's back. I was like, okay, let's just burn this travel credit and use it for tour. Okay, let's ball out and do the thing because we can't transfer it. It doesn't roll over. We can only really fly to Alaska or Hawaii or Newark on a plane that has like a 50% success rate. I did not tell Andrew that before I booked all these flights, but we were on I can't remember if it's the 737-9 MAX, whatever the plane was that was going down pretty frequently, not too long ago. That was the flight that we were taking all over the country, all over the East Coast. Okay. So yesterday we had a harrowing 18-hour travel day from Boston back to Los Angeles. Jackie, don't they have direct flights from Boston to LAX? Yes. But did I have $9,000 in Alaskan Airlines credits that I needed to burn? Yes, I did. So I thought, you know what? We have a quick layover in Seattle, a quick hour and a half, see the lights, check the box. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, is it a lake? Is it a river? Is it a dike? We don't know. The way that I have no concept of United States geography truly does baffle me. I don't want to once again blame Mrs. Murphy, my 5th grade teacher, who did go blind. Did she go blind or did she go deaf? I'm so in the trenches of tour that Helen Keller is just running through my bloodstream at this point. I think she went blind. I'm going to phone a friend. I'm pretty sure she went blind and therefore left us with substitute teacher after substitute teacher, which I always knew how to take advantage of a substitute teacher. And therefore, I swear to God, if you put a gun to my head and said, name any state in California besides Texas or California on a map, fuck you not. I'm not entirely sure which states border California. I think it is, and I really don't know what's a state and what's a city. Okay. What state's rim job California? Is it is Oregon a state? Oregon is a state. The Oregon Trail? Oregon. Nevada, Arizona. Is Arizona in? No, Arizona is a state. Nevada is a state. Oregon is a state. Is New Mexico a state? Is it New Mexico? Or is it Texas? Or is it Arkansas? No. I think it's okay. Whatever. It took us 18 hours to get home yesterday. And Clyde, let me tell you something, is not going on any long range travel moving forward. This kid, okay, he was a dream when we took him to Europe in December. He was perfect. Okay. I couldn't even exaggerate how incredible he was on the flight, on the trains, on adjusting to time zones. He's always been a pretty good traveler, with sleep. He does not get married to a circadian. No, he is married to a circadian rhythm. When it's light, he rises. When it's dark, he goes to bed. And he's pretty even keeled with all of that stuff, and he's flexible. If we keep him up a few extra hours, he's chill. If we leave him a couple extra hours, he's chill. This child was a level 10 disaster on our flight from Boston to Seattle, which was 6 hours. He was levitating. He shat his pants twice. He did not want to sit. He has now gotten a taste of the lights from tour, and he does not want to ever let them dim. So he is working every bit that he can, finagle. He is holding the entire cabin hostage to his bits, and it is of great concern. Let's run it back. I have been gone 11 days. My first leg of tour was first stop, Washington, D.C. Okay, never been. Loved it. Stayed in Georgetown. I can make any city I can develop a routine so quickly. So I stayed in Georgetown. Where did I stay? At the Rosewood. Beautiful bathrooms. Okay. Just beautiful bathrooms. Great location. Small, great sheets. Was sleeping like a dream. I had a gorgeous meal, a focaccia with fresh bruschetta. This is what everybody wants to know. It was Cafe Milano. That's it. I went to Cafe Milano. I went to Osteria Moza. I went to the Four Seasons to look for the hookers. You know, when Jackie is untethered and in a new city, I like to go where the old people are and the hookers. You know what I mean? Because I find that those places have the best martinis. I don't want like nouveau riche, like Hervé Leger escorts. I want old men with young wives. I just want to be around old people sprinkled in with a few hooker adjacent types. Okay. I like crusty boots. I want like a 10 out of 10 bread basket. You just know that when you walk into a restaurant and there's lots of old people, like particular old people, that like this every day could be their last. So if they're going and getting like a matinee chopped salad and an ice cold glass of rosé, like you know that chopped salad's going to be good because time is money at that point, and they're just not going to fuck up what could be their very last dying meal. I saw someone on an oxygen tank at a restaurant in Boston, and I said, yeah, this is it for me. Like if I see somebody attached to an oxygen tube, you know that fucking steak frites with the peppercorn sauce is going to be the best Last Supper that you could possibly have. It's delicious. So I went to DC, the DC show. So I had one woman walk out. Only one person in this first leg of a tour. And she was very offended by one of my childhood videos, which is so embarrassing for her. Says nothing about me and everything about her. Sorry that my childlike wonder perturbed you, you stupid fucking cunt. And we all like booed, and it was so great. Loved every second of it. I was like, game on, baby, game on. What's interesting with this tour, and if you haven't bought a ticket yet, I think the majority of the shows are sold out moving forward. We still have tickets in Florida. Florida's crowd, I'm really looking forward to. I think we're going to hit it off, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's always the ones you think are going to slap that, like, I'm going to break down the crowds, and I'm going to also break down the venues, because I had the time of my life in what I thought was Boston, what ended up being Somerville. I was told profusely that I'm not allowed to talk shit about this show and this venue, but I'm going to anyways, because I will never be back there. And to the brave men and women who came out to that Somerville show, which was at a farmer's market. See, I always bury the lead. What was I talking about originally? Okay. Hold on. Let me just get my faculties together and make sure that I'm actually recording. Am I recording? We're recording. And she's off to the races. Okay. So DC, I have a girl walk out. It was a great show. The audience was to die for. Philly, I love the Philly grit. Every single person I met in Philly apologized for Philly. There's no hometown pride for Philly, and I don't really agree with it. I think Philly is great. I loved the people, great sense of humor, kind of like, I don't know, there's like I have family from Philly, and I just feel connected to it. Loved Philly, had no walkouts. I will say Philly was the first show where somebody from the venue came up to me and said, thank you so, I swear to fucking God. Okay. Me and Josh looked at each other and we're like, is she okay? Do we need to call a medic? Like, is she having a stroke? One of the women that worked at the venue pulled me aside and she said, I just want you to know that I've seen a lot of shows and this really touched me. And I was like touched you in a way that you think I'm mentally ill and you want to lock me up and put me in a padded cell. And this feels triggering for you because you have mental illness. What do you mean? How did it touch you? And she said, I just I cried when I watched it. It was so sweet. And I was like, sweet? I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. She's like, there's something about watching a childhood video that I don't know, gives you some nostalgia if you grew up in a similar time. And I was like, wow, what a take. Okay. And then I started hearing it a couple more times. And then people started calling me brave and vulnerable, which me no likey. And I thought, I'm I don't think that was the mission statement, but if it sells more tickets, I'll lean all the way in. I have differentiated myself from the videos so much. And what's really crazy is like, I watch the videos, I've seen them 700 times at this point. So I'm slightly disassociated from them, but I also still feel like it's just what I do now. It's the same person. So I don't, or I'm just like have a small hippocampus, as Carol Radziwill said when she was fighting with Bethany Frankel in that season reunion. Was it like season 11 or something? When she was explaining that she has like it's like a small part of the brain that processes emotions. So like, it's just different than other people. Like I get really logistical and pragmatic. So maybe I'm not seeing the same movie as everybody else, which I didn't even conceptualize because I feel like I am always watching the right movie. Like I'm reading the room, but maybe I haven't read the room. Anyways, it's been a real fucking journey. Then we hopped on over to New York, which was a great time. So my son flew in, Andrew and Clyde flew in for my New York show. They landed like hours before, came straight to the venue. I was a little worried that Clyde was going to be a monster because he didn't really nap and long day of travel, this, that, the other thing. Also low-key, like me having lunch by myself, texting Andrew being like, how's he doing? Like, how's the flight going? Because Andrew had to fly alone with him for 6 hours. And even though like, you know, you do all the preparation, you buy all the toys. Because I said, Andrew, this is like my one thing. Like if we can hold off on the iPad, like it is a very, very last resort for me. I don't know why. I care about nothing, but I just, Clyde is so naturally defiant and stubborn and particular that like we give him an iPad and we're fucked. Like he will sniff it out, he will find it, he will throw a tantrum until he gets it. He's 2, we've made it this far, like let's just see. So I'm texting Andrew while I'm having a gorgeous lunch at Baltazar. I'm having a steak tartare with a frisee side salad and an ice cold glass of rosé. And I'm texting Andrew and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I'll just read you the text messages. Hold on a second. I am always trying to find new creative ways to cut carbs and add protein to my diet. It's very difficult for me, but my goal is always to do it with minimal effort and maximum results, true to form. You're not going to see me on the way to the gym wolfing down like 8 hard-boiled eggs. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm not committed to the bit like that. I am so excited to share my most recent discovery, which is Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon makes high protein, 0 sugar cereal and treats reinvented from your childhood. Oh, the nostalgia, baby. What was the most exciting thing about finding this for me is that as a kid, we were never a household that like had a lot of sugary snacks or cereals. So now I feel like I'm living my childhood dreams and it's in line with my diet. Every serving of Magic Spoon high protein cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. They come in the nostalgic flavors like fruity cocoa, frosted treats. Magic Spoon's high protein treats are crispy, crunchy, airy, and an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go. They come in mouthwatering flavors like marshmallow, get out of here, chocolate, peanut butter, and dark chocolate. Both are great on the go, pre or post workout, or as a midnight snack. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/bitchbible, or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. That is magicspoon.com/bitchbible for $5 off. I am a hostess with the mostest, okay, especially in the summertime. Other than the dolphins in my pool, the other thing that I struggle with is finding good like backyard furniture. I have a bad habit of using indoor furniture that really shouldn't be out in the backyard. So I figured it was time to find some pieces that were actually meant to be outside. And given my extremely specific core taste and also like impulsive, like need it now nature, Wayfair has been like my little secret for a very long time. I think the range of products and accessibility with Wayfair, if you have like a good eye and you know what you want, like is so unbelievable. The shipping is unbelievable. You can get things in like next day, 2 days or less. I've done that so many times. I have ordered, I swear to God, this is not shtick. I have personally ordered so many things from Wayfair for my home. I think it is an unbelievable unbelievable company. I got all my outdoor umbrellas from Wayfair. I just ordered outdoor light fixtures for my backyard because like we're going brush brass. And I just think it's the best company. Their returns are so easy. Their customer service is unbelievable. They have everything on there. They have anything you could possibly want. It's at a price point that is accessible for all. I'm not even reading my copy right now because I really like think Wayfair is such a hidden gem. And if you have not perused, you absolutely need to. There is something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. Shop outdoor furniture, grills, lawn games, and way more for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to explore a huge outdoor selection that is Wayfair, WAYFAIR.com, Wayfair. Every style, every home. I said, "How we doing?" He says, "Not great." He's been having his business class breakfast, throwing food everywhere, crying, screaming, almost stabbed the person sitting next to us. I said, "Oh shit. I'm trying to send you a pic, but it won't go through. He's throwing everything. He threw the iPad at the person in front of us, his snacks, his toys. He's a monster. There's no controlling him, but he's the cutest ever. He also took a monster shit right when we took off that came out of his diaper." And as I'm eating my steak tartare, glowing, like I know it's so mean, but it makes me so happy because Clyde is always like he's like a trick baby. When he gets around certain people, I'll be like, oh my God, he was being such an asshole. Mostly with Andrew, I'll be like, he's being a fucking level 10 Al-Qaeda terrorist. And then Andrew will come home and he's like, Dada. And he's like fluttering his little eyelashes. And then he's like, my angel. And I'm like, your angel pulled a track of hair out of my head today. So your little angel is performing. And the irony in that is that, once again, my son is a fucking star. So I had a really special day in New York. I finally got my, who cares, Jackie, choke on a cock, my Times Square billboard, which is like, listen, I like to set the bar low for myself. So I thought it was very, very cool. I tried to appreciate the moment. I wore a cute little polka dot romper dress with a sensible loafer, a high pony, and I stood there dodging pigeons next to the Bubba Gumps in the little NASDAQ area being like, yay, woo! I didn't do a meet and greet. I didn't bring a cooler this year. It was a low-key little benchmark moment, and it was cool. I had a great time. I was like, there she is. They also like had put some of my childhood tour footage into the digital billboard. So like that was cool. But I have to be honest with you, okay? This is the realest thing you'll hear me say. I do not get self-esteem or like self-love from like, I don't take any of this really that seriously. And I say that not to discredit anything, but because I am embarrassed by people who like drink their own Kool-Aid. And I know in my soul that I am a loser. You know what I mean? Like I'm a hoot and a half, but like you got to be really careful. I've been in this game a very long time. Okay. I've been doing this shit for a long, long time. And you see people who get high on their own sauce and there's no perspective. And like I was talking with my friend Heather, like you got to zoom out. Like I try to surround myself with people that are, smarter, prettier, more successful, kinder, more gracious, all of the things, because I find it to be really refreshing from a life perspective to just like not like live inside your own anal cavity, because I've seen it too much and I find it to be just like really unattractive long term. You know what I mean? Unattractive to the spirit. So I don't like, I'm not like coming back on a high, you know what I mean? Like all I'm thinking about truly is like going to Trader Joe's and making floral arrangements right now because my house has no flowers. And like, I'm so fucking excited to make dinner tonight. Like, this is who I am. This is real. I am so excited to make dinner tonight. I am so excited to watch my Batched Housewives. I'm so excited to make floral arrangements. I'm so excited to go to the concert in the park. on Saturday because I planned my whole tour around these concerts in the park because they're so dorky. I love them. Okay. I'm making a whole goddamn spread. Clyde's wearing his boots. It's modern country hits at the park. And maybe Andrew gets some airplay. Okay. Maybe they throw one of Andrew's bops on there so Clyde can shake his tits to the hits. What was I saying? The greatest joy of that day, the Times Square of it all, the New York show, was Clyde shitting his pants so that Andrew had to figure that out. And then, so Clyde gets to the venue. I'm sorry, this is like a very chaotic episode, but she's just freeballing here. She's warmed up. So we bring Clyde to the venue, and this was a fun show because I had a lot of like people there that I work with. My lawyer, Fran and Dan, good cop, bad cop. They came. Fran flew from Los Angeles to be there. This is my lawyer who I probably am going to have to pay for her therapy bills for a very long time because I just don't think her clients, like I'm the rogue client for her, and I love her and she loves me, and she really doesn't want me to lose my job, which I really appreciate. And she gets really nervous about morality clauses, slander, all of the things like licensing rights. Like she thinks about everything, and I'm just like, let them, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I realize that I have surrounded myself with so many neurotic people because by clear and concise design, because then I don't have to be worried about anything. I never have to worry about Clyde. You know why? Because I'm married to a level 10 helicopter parent whose name is Andrew. Okay. So worried about everything. He gets a paper cut. It's like, should we take him to the ER? I'm like, he's fine. Rub a little dirt in it. Okay. Professionally too. I like to surround myself with people that are highly worried. My sister worried about everything my whole damn life. So I got to be like situationally easy breezy, cowabunga adjacent. And I've had a lot of epiphanies recently. So I had my lawyers there. They bought tickets, which is so funny. I mean, charity starts at home. They were sitting in the very front row. I could see particularly Fran's face through the entirety of the show, and the genuine shock and horror. Like there was a point probably midway during the show where I saw all of the blood rush out of her face. Like she was petrified. And I tried to sedate her with horse tranquilizers. Like I was like, do you want a margarita? And I'm gonna just like rim the cup with horse tranquilizers. But there were not enough sedatives in the world to get her through that show. So midway, I thought it would be fun to bring Clyde out. And I didn't really know how he was going to react because you have to be like, think about this. He's just traveled 6 hours by airplane, hasn't had a nap, is on a different time zone. He's 2, like putting a toddler out on a stage with a bunch of screaming drunk girls and their, cameras and music and lights and fog machines and all of this fucking shit. Like it could have gone tragically wrong, but unfortunately it went too well. And my son hit that fucking stage in his too small BB boots, because in case you're wondering, BB is still alive and well on Amazon. I was able to finagle him a secondary pair of red cowboy boots because he tore through the first pair. They have about a 2.5-inch heel on them, and they don't do half sizing, so they're really fucking tight. But his little red baby boots, he hit that stage, okay, and he heard that applause, and he short-circuited without even pause. He starts working the crowd like he's been doing it his entire life. Like I have never seen such showmanship instantaneously. Okay. He's off to the left. He's flashing his tits. He's working the right. He's flashing his tits. He's shaking his tussie. Like he just, with no instruction. Okay. All I was trying to teach him to do backstage, and I have many witnesses, all I wanted him to do was come out smoking a cigarette. Okay. I was like, Clyde, put it in between your 2 fingers and you put it in your mouth and then you blow. All I wanted him to do was smoke. And that was not in the cards for me. Instead, we have a flasher on our hands. Like, can you be a sexual, like on a sexual predator list, like a Megan's Law if you're two? Because he was flashing everybody in that fucking crowd. And then it started getting a little distracting. I'm like, I'm the Beyonce. Andrew, you're late to the jump. Michelle, Clyde, you can be Kelly or Solange, but I'm Beyonce tonight. And that wasn't all right with him, because the second we gave him the hook off the stage, he was crawling. Andrew said he was like literally clawing for his life to get back on that stage. They had to deadbolt him in a green room because he was taken off like a rocket ship trying to get back on stage. And he ended up coming back out a couple more times. And I've never seen joy like that. Ever. It was I'm not joking. I think it was the greatest moment of my life. Not because I'm like, lights, camera, action, Tina Knowles. My baby's a star. But he was so happy and comfortable and shaking his shit and confident that I was like, oh my God, like maybe I'm a good mom or something. When I tell you, okay, that my sponsor, that I bullied, Peak, is the only constant in my life as far as like bringing things on tour, the only thing that I really brought besides like my memories and my fake cigarettes were my Sun Goddess matcha and my radiant skin duo, because I really do feel like this has changed my life. I've been talking about the matcha forever. I will never drink any other matcha. It's the only way I consume water. I put it in a huge, massive 1.5 liter bottle. I shake it and strain it over ice. It's the only way that I stay hydrated. It's absolutely the best matcha you will find. It is quadruple toxin screened. It is backed by experts, by doctors. So this other product, this is a newer product I've been using. I use them both in conjunction, and I do feel like my skin has literally never looked better. Okay, the BT Fountain Electrolytes. This is hydration on another level, okay? It's got ceramides in it, which I don't really know what it is, but it is clinically proven that they actually lock in the moisture at a cellular level. So you are glowing, okay? Also, their products are quadruple toxin screened, so there's no artificial junk, no sugar, just clean, science-backed hydration. Like, you can trust what you're putting in your body with Peak. Like, I trust all of their products. I won't drink any other tea. I won't drink any other supplement. Like, Peak is it for me. And I feel so strongly about it. And if you haven't tried it, I'm really judging you. If you're tired of feeling depleted and want to finally nourish your body the right way, now's the time. Get 20% off plus a free rechargeable frother and glass beaker with my exclusive link. It is peaklife.com/Bible. That is PIQUE life.com/Bible. Do not sleep on this. Your body and your skin will thank you. It is summertime, baby, but instead of relaxing, are you stuck in a meal planning rut, cycling through the same old dinners while juggling work, family, and summer activities? Home Chef can break the monotony and free up your time with fresh, easy-to-follow meal kits offering healthy and exciting dishes delivered right to your doorstep, giving you more sunshine and less stress. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. So whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients, quick 30-minute recipes, oven-ready options, microwave meals, or a dedicated family menu, Home Chef has everything you and your family need for hassle-free, delicious dinners. They have over 30 options a week and serve a variety of dietary needs. Plus, it is so economical. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries, okay? Meal planning is so hard. I got to tell you, it's all I think about. Home Chef makes it so easy. And for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Bible. That is homechef.com/Bible for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Bible. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I completely blocked this out. Thank God. Thank God. I just texted my friend and it just reminded me. Okay, wait. The day that I went to Times Square to relish in my billboard like a big fucking loser, I had a little time to kill. Okay, I was going to hop over. Made me mash my M&Ms. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. I had a couple hours and I wanted to pop over to Bergdorf's because I saw that they had a January 1735 pop-up shop. Okay. And I was thinking, maybe I've leaned too hard into the pink Oriente Italiano plates and maybe I mix it up with a brown. Like maybe I do that burgundy plate to coordinate with the pink. I don't know. I started getting really kookadoodle crazy because I'm like, I've been on this like pink and green kick, but maybe the color palette moving forward is pink with burgundy. I don't know. I had to like see it for myself and just like get my life together. So I go over to Bergdorf's. I'm looking at plates. I'm doing the things. I'm relishing in the day and the time and just like being present and mindful. And a couple weeks prior, I had gone on a wine tasting trip with some friends. And I'm not going to say her name. I'm going to protect her at all costs. Okay, so my friend walks in and she is toting a gorgeous, very hard to acquire purse. I'm not going to give specifics just in case because I don't want to call her out. She's carrying this beautiful bag and I look at her and let's call her Katie, because God knows I don't have any friends named Katie. I'm protecting her, okay? Don't say I never did anything for you. I said, Katie, where did you get that gorgeous bag? And she's like, oh my God, I have to tell you about this woman I met in New York. And I'm like, what? She says she had just been in New York a couple weeks prior. She said, a friend of mine who lives in New York has a woman that lives in the Upper East Side that sources designer bags straight from the factories, okay? So it's all the same leather, all the same hardware. It's exactly the same bag at a fraction of the cost. She's got your Birkins. She's got your Margaux. She's got your, Celine Triumph bags. She's got the luggage. She's got remote. She's got any bag you could ever want to get your greedy, grubby, little cheap ass hands on. She's got perfect condition. Everybody's doing it. I was like, what? And I'm looking at her bag and I'm not fully inspecting because I think that would be rude, but she's looking pretty good. She smells good. She looks good. She's carrying well. And I think, good for you. Me and my girlfriends have a little conversation about it. We kind of, debrief. I say, I've been pretty open about I'm not into the fake bags. I don't care if other people carry them. I will ruin it for the rest of us. I'll tell everyone with a pulse that it's fake. So for me, I'm very transfixed by it. I'm surprised by how many people are doing it. Most of which who could just go buy whatever the fuck they want and they're cheating the system and great. But I don't understand the psychology behind it. It's not my thing. I like going into the store, okay? I like having a sparkling water on a tray. I like making the impulsive decision. I like the story behind it. I romanticize the ability to go buy a purse. It's like a special event for me. So something about going into what could only be described as a jail cell in the Upper East Side in a very nice building, mind you, with towels duct taped to the windows and a Morse code entry system, knock 3 times, code word is Birkin. It kind of ruins the appeal for me, but I found myself with a little time to kill. And I text my friend Katie and I said, where's this bag, bitch? Is she near Bergdorf? She said, she's literally a stone's throw. Okay. And I said, all right, give me the fucking information. I call this bitch up. I'm so embarrassed by this whole exchange, by the way. I'm do I give a fake name? Do I go buy a baseball cap? What am I doing here? This feels very icky, sticky, icky. Okay. So I call her up and I'm hi, I got your number from Katie. Katie who? And I'm Katie blank. Okay, well, when was she here? I was 2 weeks ago. She's friends with Cassandra. Oh, okay. You have to vet. First of all, you have to give a name and then you have to give context, because this is an illegal operation. Fran, write this one down. She's going to love this story. So I get the information. It's a 2-minute walk. I'm pacing out in front of this building. I'm like, what if I run into somebody out here? Okay. And here I am doing like a decoy fake bag mission because like do I want the Chanel 22, that new bag that everybody and their gay brother has? I kind of do, but like, I don't know. Maybe I do. There's lots of things, but maybe there's lots of things I want and desire, but maybe the universe has made it illegal to produce fake bags because we're putting a parameter on consumerism and attainability. I don't know. Okay. And I'm having all of these thoughts in my head. I get buzzed up. I'm sweating. Okay. I'm sweating. I get up to the apartment. I knock 3 times. I give the code word. I get in there. It is folding tables. The first thing I see is Chanel pearled necklaces, the housewives' infamous Chanel drop earrings, okay, the cuffs, which can only be described as like a Lynn Curtin adjacent cuff. Then I see the orange boxes, okay, scarves, blankets, bags, Sahankin saggy ass Kellys, okay. And upon entry, I'm like, okay, these are looking pretty good. Not sure I'm going to pull the trigger, but I want to take a look-see-loo, if for nothing else, a great story. Then as I start looking at these bags, okay, and this woman is giving me her spiel. She's like, everybody buys their bags here. The stars, you know them, you see them. Celebrities, television stars, musicians. I work with the most famous rich women in this country. I'm doing a shipment to Dallas. This woman's got a $40 million home. She buys her bags from me. I source them, okay? She's got a New York accent. She's giving me the hard spiel. I look at a cuff. I'm a woman of extreme fucking detail and finesse. I look at a cuff and I know that CC's off, okay? And I'm looking at those crystals. Those aren't Swarovski crystals. Those are not Chanel crystals. Those are some low-budge Joann's crystals. You think I don't know a crystal? You think I don't know a logo placement? You think I don't know a fucking leather? I see a line of these Dior library tote bags. The font is completely off. The handles are Sahankin. And every well-informed shopper, okay, materialistic cunt on the block, like yours truly, who has bled out in front of a microphone, okay, tap dancing at a Bostonian farmer's market for her life so that she can go buy a bag, knows the quality. I am far too informed for this woman. And I look her dead in her eye and she's like, oh, because I'm looking at those bags, okay? I have that bag. I know what that bag's supposed to look like. I know the embroidery. I know the placement and the spacing. I know how the handles feel, okay? That bag has been through war with me, okay? Hell and back, sand, sea, okay? Semen. And those handles, they stay upright. And that form is sharp, okay? And it's been through everything. And these brand new busted bags are lifeless and limp. All of them. And she's given me her spiel. And I look at her. Let's call her, what was her name? Janine. I said, Janine, you got the wrong girl. And she's like, they're from the factories. I'm like, they're not from the factories. They're from what factory? Okay. The Fakakta factory of Brooklyn. This is not Italian made. Okay. This is some hodgepodge Ramona Singer fake Gucci bag shit. And I know better. And when you know better, you do better. And I grabbed my Bottega hot bag in ice cream that I sourced for months, and I walked out of there with my head held high and no fucking purchases. And I felt good about myself. I was trying to be respectful of Janine's profession, but when I walked in and she looked at me and she tried to sell me a Gucci Marmont belt and a Gucci canvas crossbody bag for my travels, that she don't know me. Okay. And I was kind of just revolted by the suggestion given, the range of products she had. And then she was like, oh, what about this Chanel cuff? And I said, excuse me, how dare you? Do I look like Ramona Singer? Because, well, yes, maybe I do, and maybe that is the problem. Less attractive, especially at that point in the trip, looking real busted, very, very puffy, like very puffy. Because like when I'm untethered, like I'm going out for a nice meal and I'm eating. Like I started every day on tour. I don't even drink coffee. I had a cappuccino and a pain au chocolat because all the hotels I had that I stayed at naturally had like homemade fresh croissants every morning. And I was like, oh, are we in Paris or are we in Philadelphia? Who fucking knows? And so I would have my cappuccino and my pain au chocolat. And then for lunch, like I would have like whatever. And then I'm having like steak frites, okay, with a wedge salad and a martini and a beautiful glass of like a Nebbiolo or a Super Tuscan. And I'm also having like a chocolate chip cookie every fucking night. And I felt amazing. Puffy, like zero facial definition at this point, but we're living, we're laughing, and we're loving. I want to talk about my Boston show because this one, like I'm going to be able to talk about this for 4.5 years, which is why I had such joy. So for the Boston show, I had aligned these tour dates with my best friend's tour. Okay, so she is a music manager. She's a killer. And Teddy Swims and Thomas Rhett, who are artists that we love, friends of ours, Andrew has worked with for many, many years. My best friend manages Thomas Rhett. And it just was a perfect timing. So I was like, I'll do my show in coordinates with the Teddy Swims Thomas Rhett stadium tour. The juxtaposition is not lost on me. The irony is not lost on me. They're playing Fenway. I'm playing a farmer's market in Somerville. Okay. So all my friends fly out. We're all in Boston. Andrew went to school in Boston. My friend Julian went to school in Boston. So like we're all there together. It's so fun. We're celebrating. We're going to do my show on Thursday. Then we're going to do like a celebratory Fenway dinner on Friday. Then we're going to go to the stadium with all of our kids and watch this like real triumphant moment for my best friend, my husband, our friends, all of everybody. It was such a beautiful trajectory of a trip. Okay. So these are all details that are important to the story, right? So my friends fly out. They're coming to my sad little show, which obviously I'm not Beyonce. I'm not playing Fenway, but like I've played some cool theaters. The show in Boston, or Boston adjacent, as I should say, was my smallest show, which is what I thought would be perfect, having my friends and family there because it's like a more intimate, like cool vibe. I get to the venue. Okay. It's 30 minutes outside of Boston, so it's a little far. And as I walk up, I'm a little lost and I'm calling Josh, who's not answering. He's ignoring me and he never does that. And I know it's because shit's going down. Like, you know, when you just have that intuition. I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, is everything okay? How's the venue? Crickets. And I'm like, and every other time he'd be like really sick, little crusty, but they've got your, you know, whatever. This was the first strike. I find out a week before that they're not going to have liquor at this venue. And I freak the fuck out because I'm like, at bare minimum, I need to sauce up my friends, my family, and my guests. You know what I mean? Because liquor really helps. It helps me and it helps the audience. It lubricates. They don't have a bar. I'm like, okay, well, we need to finagle a bar. So we're able to finagle beer and wine. And I'm thinking, why the fuck would we ever do a show? And I understand there was some strict parameters because of all the dates that we had, like for personal reasons. Like, you know, it had to be that Thursday. It was a last minute thing. All good. So I walk into the venue. And I'm looking around. I'm trying to find like the entrance, the parking. Like it is like it's like Amishville. Okay, it's beautiful, but like there's no vibe. We're like in a suburban area. Okay, which you know I love suburbia, but like it's feeling a little neighborhoody. You know what I mean? It's starting to feel like I'm at a community center, and alas. She believed she could, and she was. Remember when I joked about doing my local community center, like in my neighborhood for an LA show for like charity, aka the charity of like a bathroom renovation? Well, I manifested this. So it's I think it's like a civic center. The first thing I see is a chalkboard, a folding chalkboard that announces there's a kids' dance recital that happened the night before me. Jackie Schimmel / Bitch Bible in yellow chalk, handwritten. It's just a little tiny, little folding chalkboard outside. No sign. No, I don't need my name in lights. But my friend texted me the funniest thing. She's like, she always wanted her name in chalk, and she did it. And I was like, thank you. So I see the chalkboard, and I'm like, we're not loving that. I walk into what we could only describe generously as a like a foyer of sorts, like a YMCA foyer. There's a folding table, and then there's crates of vegetables all over the place because on Thursdays, that's when they host their locally grown farmers market out of the very same venue. So there's some green onions. They looked gorgeous. There's some local artichokes, a local artichoke harvest, some zucchinis, and people are buying vegetables. And then I see a line of like 5 girls who got there very early, and they're completely confused. They're completely baffled. There's children's artwork, like finger painting all over the foyer. I believe they have a local summer camp that runs out of the same exact venue. I walk in, and there's a pop-up stage. So it's not a theater. This is a multi-purpose room. Like, it's a full circle moment because it's a fucking multi-purpose room. It's like the setup at my local, like, public elementary school, like, had a more professional, like, performing setup than whatever this was. Okay. I go down into the green room, and there's just file cabinets like everywhere. There's file cabinets. I think it's where they do the city accounting and maybe the local meetings for like when someone's running for city council. Like, definitely, like, the city council meetings are 100% in this building. And I guess it was like a mission or an armory. So there's rat traps, and there was no ice, there was no water, there's no bottles of water. It was like Fire Festival. It was like fucking Fire Festival. The bar, they brought out like a lamp from one of the classrooms. Like, I don't know if they're doing like the Best Buddies. I don't know what the fuck. There's like programs out of there. It was, and just, you have to understand the mechanics. And I'm not being a cunt, okay? Because like, listen, I'll perform at Chuck E. Cheese. I don't give a shit. But the fact that my friends were coming to this show, okay, to this fucking Fire Festival show, on the brink and on the precipice of like the next day having this fucking like pimped out experience at Fenway. Okay, from the Civic Center to Fenway, the trajectory, it humbled me in ways I can't believe. And now I'm like freaking out. So I'm texting everyone. I'm like, you guys, you got to understand what you're walking into here. We've got like 3 crusty red cups, a cup of ice from the Thai food place next door, and some fresh local artichokes. Like, this is a different kind of a vibe. And what's so crazy is that I knew that the liquor wasn't going to be, I knew there wasn't going to be liquor. So I sent out a loving 311 PSA being like, girls, pregame. The crowd, there was a couple people in that crowd, and you know who the fuck you were, that were so blackout drunk by like 6 p.m. I could see their eyes rolling in the back of their head. And it was unbelievable. With all of my travels, I've had to be extra intentional with my clothing. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that nothing is more important than your base layer. Your face is your base, but your base is also your base, okay? I don't care about your top or your jacket. Your bra and underwear are laying the foundation for the rest of your clothing. And it is the first thing I grab and shove into my TJ Maxx Jessica Simpson brand roller luggage. The Skims underwear is the only underwear that I will wear forevermore moving forward. Their bras are sensational. Their sweats are sensational. Their t-shirt, everything is sensational, but their underwear are so unbelievably comfortable. They fit so well. Like, I cannot scream it from the rooftops. Like, Kim Kardashian did the damn thing with Skims. We can't hate on it. It's a perfect collection. The Intimates line by Skims is absolutely like 10 out of 10. This is a hot take, but I find thongs to be like actually pretty comfortable, but boy shorts for me, I feel like they bunch up and they're not a brief and they're not a thong. And like every other board short besides the Skims boy short, it's called the Fits Everybody boy short, I kind of just don't fuck with. They're thin, they're breathable, they fit great, they don't ride up. When you're wearing like little dresses, I just feel like a little bit more covered, but they're like cut so cute. And if you haven't tried them, you absolutely have to. They're supportive, they keep their shape, they don't like stretch out and get gross. Shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that I sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select my show in the drop-down menu that follows. Weight loss medications are everywhere right now. Everyone's talking about them, everyone's on them, but let's be real. Have you seen the price tag? We're trying to take a couple pounds off the waist, not give up an arm and a leg trying to pay for it. If you're also tired of these treatments not being accessible, then I recommend you try Hers. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and 24/7 online support at no additional cost. There's no hidden fees, no membership fees. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive, and affordable. Hers provides access to both oral medication kits and GLP-1 injectable options, with oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month, with a 10-month plan when paid up front, plus your personalized treatment ships for free directly to your door. Start your initial free online visit today at forhers.com/Bible. That's forhers.com/Bible for your personalized weight loss treatment options. Forhers.com/Bible. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not approved or reviewed for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. I'd also like to just take a moment to acknowledge a couple social findings, okay? Some sociological findings of mine from being alone and untethered and like just assessing people, places, and things, okay? First of all, I had the best experience in New York one of the nights. You know, I've been wanting to go to that restaurant, the Corner Store, because is it the Cornerstone or the Corner Store? One's a preschool, one's a high-end restaurant. I can't remember. One of the two. I think it's the Corner Store. And I've seen the martinis with the little sidecar. I love a little sidecar situation with the crushed ice. And I was like, maybe I could just walk in for a drink, right? I roll up at like 5 p.m. right when they open, okay? And I'm looking cute and I'm doing my schmoozy shit. I'm having one final solo dinner before Andrew and Clyde come to New York and join the trip. So I get there at 5 o'clock. And I approach the door with the bouncer outside because there's allegedly a bouncer. And I'm like, hey, like I'm trying so hard because, you know, I'm delusional. So I think I can like talk my way in and out of everything. And I go up, it's 5 p.m. It's like a fucking Monday. I'm thinking it's sleepy, right? So I go in, I'm like, hey, he says, do you have a reservation? I say, no, but I know you guys have a bar at the front because I've done extensive research. I'm lying now. I have a dinner reservation just down the street at, where Via Carota. Also didn't have a reservation there, but was able to finagle a little situation for myself, which was nice. I'm like, I have a reservation just right down the street, but I'm dying to just grab a very quick martini. I drink a lot and quickly. Could I just pop in the bar? And he's like, I'm sorry, it's reservation only. We only do a certain amount of seatings. And I'm like, okay, well, could I wait? And like, maybe if somebody doesn't show up or if like, maybe there's a bar spot that opens, like if I just sat here, he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, if I just shopped, no, it's like, it's a hard fucking pass. And I was like, okay, well, have a good day. It was like my Pretty Woman moment. Okay. So I'm walking around, cue the sad music, like aimlessly strolling the streets of Soho being like, wow, like I am a loser. Like, I can't get a fucking table. I can't get a drink. I'm like trying to pop in places. They're like, reservation. I'm like, no, but it's just me. Can I sit at the fucking bar? That's when I knew my weave was looking a little busted. And I'm like, I need to get a new blow dry because like I'm getting denied from everywhere. So that was fun. So I post something on Instagram, something stupid, being like, wow, okay. Somebody called Julia Roberts because Vivian could never. I couldn't even delight them with my money to like suckle down an not overpriced, a gorgeous martini. Actually, I would say a well-priced martini in New York at the corner store. Okay. So somebody DMs me and is like, hey, I run the marketing or the PR, whatever, for the restaurant group. If you want to go back, let me know. Just tell me a time and we'll get you in. So I'm having my very next day. Okay. I get a prime table. I go from barely being able to blink in the doorman's direction. Okay. To then I come back. And it's the very next day. And I was pretty annoying about it. So he definitely remembers me. Okay. And I'm still working the same Sahankin blow dry with the Sahankin weave. Okay. I come back and he's like, welcome back. Do you have a reservation? And I said, yes, actually, I do. And there's two girls waiting, doing the same exact thing that I had did the night before. They're just like waiting, hovering, hoping somebody doesn't show up. And he's like, name. And one of the girls is like, oh my God, I know you. I listened to your podcast. And I was like, thank you very much. The name is Jacqueline Taylor Schimmel. Okay. I'll take the corner booth. And it was like the best moment of my life. And I know it's gross to like reiterate, but I was like, yes. And he's like, the girl says, oh, I love your podcast. Then the guy's like, oh, you have a podcast? I've been thinking about starting a podcast. Now I'm having my full Cinderella, Reach Bev Wilsh, Vivian redemption story. They waltz me in. I have a gorgeous corner booth, okay, with just little old me. I'm sipping a gorgeous Belvedere martini. I'm having steak frites, okay? I'm having oysters. I'm having lobster roll. I'm having a little caviar. But you know what's been fucking me up recently? People are saying caviar. I don't like that. Everybody around me, caviar. I love caviar. It's caviar. Like, what are you doing with the inflection? What are we in fucking France? What are you, Marie Antoinette? Like, calm the fuck down. Caviar. Like, your caviar is from Whole Foods. Calm down. Caviar. It's caviar. Stop it. You're being weird. You're embarrassing yourself. Get over it. So that was very exciting for me. And I was like, we did it. Yeah, girl. And then I just had like my Super Tuscan, went home, had a chocolate chip cookie that was waiting for me on my bed and called it a fucking wrap. I gotta tell you, I've been having a great time. Like the tour recap is positive. Like I can't even believe it because the last time I went on tour, I was so brittle, broken, and just fragile through and through. And I'm back, baby. I'm a goddamn athlete. Like I'm having the best time. I love meeting everybody, like genuinely love meeting everybody. I have met so many people that I 100% could be friends with. And you know what's so funny is like, I like to tap into people. I will talk shit with anybody. Like if somebody's being weird at a restaurant, I'm going to look over to the booth next to me and I'm going to like give eyes and like green light. And then I'm going to create a narrative for the two of us. Like, cause that's how we're going to bond. We're not going to exchange information, but like, I like having those micro moments of connection with people who aren't fucking weird. Like that's what makes me feel connected to society. And I have had so many moments like that on tour when I can like look out and I can lock into someone who's not fucking weird. And I love when I meet people after the shows and they say, just so you know, like, I'm not weird. And I'll look at them and I'm like, no, I'm not weird either. And I already know that you're not weird because it takes all of 3.5 seconds to like assess someone's energy. And I'm like, this is not a weirdo. And I've met so many women that are first of all, so good looking, which is the most important thing. And so normal and so refreshing that I've found the entire experience to be really lovely, wonderful, and I'm having a gay old time. One more assessment that I will leave you with. I have encountered many East Coast men. I would like to just say this at the very end of the show. I should have led with this. I would tear up in the East Coast. Just I would tear up. Like, these men wouldn't know what to do with me. I would come in like a goddamn wrecking ball because I got their number. I've clocked all of them. Like the finance bros, I would ruin their life in the best way possible. Like, I've got this on lock and on download. What I have found interesting about the East Coast bros, they love a sunglass with a tether. There's like a fratty finance bro, like East Coast, Ivy League, Martha's Vineyard, what is it? Vineyard Vines, like seersucker short. But then there's also like the dude that wears the sunglasses with the tether on it. I do not want to fuck a man that wears sunglasses that require a necklace-like contraption because they're so shaka, like out on a boat. Like, what are you, wakeboarding? Like, what are you doing? Do not allow these men to walk around with sunglasses in the form of a necklace, okay? Unless they are quite literally a jet ski instructor, I don't want to fucking see it. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your wife and you're embarrassing yourself. So stop fucking doing it. I've seen so many men at my shows, straight men against their will at my shows, wearing Oakley sunglasses with necklaces. And it's a position I feel pretty strongly on, and it needs to stop. My throat's closing up. On that note, please buy tickets if you're in Florida, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale. I have a few seats left in my Dallas matinee that you have to roll through to. The matinee is poppin', okay? Did I just say poppin'? I did. Love you. Talk to you next week.